Hey guys, how's it going? Marcelo here, and the last part of the playthrough had our classical microphone issues and audio problems, so our voices were cutting in and out. Although it wasn't that bad in the last part compared to this part, and how meta, this really is part 10 right here on the screen. It got a lot worse. So, what we're going to do to remedy the situation, our voices were cutting in and out so bad that you cannot really pay much attention to what we're actually saying. We're going to just put the game's music over the footage, and we'll have to do some pre-recorded commentary. This is the first time we've ever done that, so yeah, hopefully you enjoy. Take care. Here's the episode. Coco's happy. Zoom in on that face. Probably can't see it.
VidGamesFTW.
Damn it, still didn't do it. Hi, how's it going, Marcelo?
Hi, I'm Vic.
And Jet up above. I'm not talking about. Oh, wow, that was so realistic to our. Oh, wait, it's Polar. Hold on. Hi, Polar. That actually knits you a trophy as well. I fucking love it. There was a jet flying overhead, but I made actually a more grim comparison to our deceased dwarf hamster named Jet because of how fast she would run. Anyway, welcome to the pre-recorded fucking audio. This sucks so bad. Only because I really wanted you guys to hear the random shit we were talking about in the actual episode prior. There are some points where you can hear us talk, but if you look at the audio output, bam, it got so bad. The parts where it's more down, the audio's more, you can see the little clipped audio where we're talking, but it was literally in a pattern. Our voices will only come up every so often for like a few seconds, and then we'll cut back out, and all you hear is the gameplay footage. And then our voices, then the gameplay, then our voices, it got really bad. So I think I do know why. Now, we did record the rest of us beating Crash 2, so from part 11 to like 14, that's the entirety of the rest for Crash 2. We did restart the computer and get everything fixed, and I believe I even addressed it in part 11, so you will see that in the next part. It shouldn't cut in and out. And even if it does, it shouldn't be nearly as bad as how this one turned out. But here we are in Barrett for the first time for the playthrough. What are your first impressions from playing this? I don't remember who's playing this. I think it's me.
You were. Because I have pointed out in this part when you got to the thing that you had missed 2 of the boxes.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, because right there I was like, oh, how about that secret? But that's in Bear Down, not Bear It. So, this is literally the first time we've ever had to watch our own gameplay and commentary over it for the episode.
It feels weird.
One, it does feel weird. I feel like I want to play it, like I need the controller in my hands. The only other time we did weird audio recording to get around certain stuff was when I recorded with Jeremiah Isaiah. We were doing Crash 2 Insanity, and he was a guest star in that. So I was still playing live and commentating live, but I needed to find a way to get him into the video for his audio without fucking without oh look, it's Crash. I needed to find a way to get him in without having to like resort to the shitty like, oh, put him on Discord in the handheld version like on my iPod, and then put a speaker in and then have his voice come out, because we've done that like on streams before when G-Man and Velazio wanted to come in, but I didn't want that to fly for this gameplay video, so I was like, okay, I'll just use OBS. So I recorded the gameplay with OBS and our audio, and I was able to capture the desktop audio and have him on Discord that way. So it almost sounded, besides the cutting in and out of his voice, only because of Discord. If that didn't happen, it would have sounded like he was in the room with me. So it actually came out, the quality came out good, but the cutting in and out still kind of happened only because it was Discord. But here we are in Crash Crush. I still think it's me playing, yeah?
I think so, yeah.
Oh, well, I died. For The Life of Us, yeah, I don't remember the conversations we had, and I don't
either. So.
Even if we did, I wouldn't want to recreate them. God damn, that was close. So we're just gonna talk about all new random crap. God, I keep dying here.
Yeah, you do.
What the hell? Okay, so things to say, Victor. How do you feel about it? Oh, I know you said it was weird, but the first time we've had to do post commentary, how does that make you feel?
Feels weird, but at the same time, it's just like, well, I mean, I don't really know.
So riveting.
I mean, it's just
so riveting. God, doing the time trials for these levels is such a bitch.
Oh yeah, tell them about your experience with time trials in the first game.
Well, let's put up another picture. Bam, there's my 102% proof that I platinumed Crash 1 not long. I did it after the recording of this video, but as we're commentating, I did it after the commentary. No, before, fuck. I did it after this gameplay footage, but before this commentary. There we go. That's what I meant to say.
Also, you keep falling.
Yeah, just fuck this level. Anyway, so, the last relic I got, because all I have, see, in my own save file, it's the relics for Crash 2 and Crash 3, and I needed it for Crash 1, so that was the last trophy, was get all the relics gold or better. So I finally did that, like at the time of this commentary. I did it like, what, yesterday? Yeah. So, it took a fucking lot out of me, I swear. I was doing Sunset Vista. Sunset Vista was the last level I needed the relic for. And because it's such a damn long level, I tried to go for the box there and I missed. Dying was brutal, and having to go all the way back to the fucking beginning in the relics. Oh, Jesus.
Oh, yeah, I know.
But I finally did it, so I platinumed Crash 1. I only have, less than 10 for sure. I think it's 8 or so relics left to get. 8 in general left to get for Crash 2 in my save, but then I have 1 or so that I have to bring up from a Sapphire to a Gold. And then in Crash 3, about the same. I need, just a little less than 10 relics to actually grab, and about 2 or so to turn Gold because they're Sapphire, and then I'll have platinumed all 3 games. And let me tell you what, if you're a new person, I feel like we're doing a podcast. If you wanted to platinum these games, good fucking luck, because goddamn, it took a lot out of me. And I know these games so well, but to speedrun them, especially 1 and 2, since the originals never required you to speedrun them, it's fucking hard. They weren't designed to be speedrun in conventional means, because when you watch people speedrun for SGDQ or AGDQ or something, and they use the zigzag technique and other little fucking techniques and little things that they found, those are just that. They're little techniques, and Vicarious Visions didn't carry a lot of those, or most of those over to Insane Trilogy. So I did hear, I read an article that some of the top Crash speedrunners of the classic games were finding it hard to use their tactics and tricks in Insane Trilogy. God, I fucked that jump up. Holy crap.
Oh yeah, you kept overshooting it.
Yeah, I wanted to do it again.
Because for whatever reason,
I died.
When the thing shook, you got scared.
I got freaked out because, see how they shake and then they go down. So it's okay, yeah, whatever. But sometimes there are ones, I believe there are 2 of them that are up ahead. They shake when you jump on them, so I keep thinking that's shake and then fall. So I keep getting nervous at that for those parts. What am I doing here? Okay. For some reason I
forgot.
I paused. Anyway.
I think it might have been because the phone rang again.
Maybe. Anyway, so yeah, those speedrunners can't do those tactics. But even right there. But even because they can, I mean, they had to see what speedrunners do, which is really crazy. Wow, I keep dying. It's really bad. What speedrunners keep doing, or what they need to do rather, is fucking pay attention to the level design. Like it doesn't. What I was gonna say was, the Crash 1 and 2 were not designed to speedrun. Then again, not really any game is. That's why tactics and tricks are developed. But obviously, speedrunning still requires you to memorize the level layouts so you can catch cycles for obstacles or enemies, the way they, their walk cycles and stuff like that. And there's certain ways you can dodge things, like say those right there, those mines. Like if they open up just right, you can go right through them. That's a good cycle, So that's all fine and dandy. It's just that when we're doing relics and we're just casual players, it's hard to speedrun that kind of stuff, because especially since back when we have to do this back in its era. Finally, fucking meet the level. Back in the original game's era, being some of the first 3D platformers of this kind, of course, Jason and Andy did not, build the levels with speedrunning in mind. And because Vicarious Visions got the exact level geometry from Naughty Dog through Sony, they copied everything, which technically still means that not every level in these games, or at least in 1 and 2, are built to speedrun. Oh, there's fucking Cortex. I'm Cortex, Dr. Neil. Okay, bye. We can do their voices now. How great! Oh, it's the Komodo brothers here. All right.
The Commodore brothers.
The Commodore 64. I remember that. The Commodore 64 brothers. I said that. So yeah. Long story short, the fucking relics were balls hard. Anyway, so here are the Komodo brothers looking pretty good. Oh, okay. I know we said we were gonna retread some of the topics, but there was one thing I did remember saying. I do remember saying right here in this part, because we were talking about their designs and we were talking about how underutilized they are as characters, because there are actually a lot of Crash characters like that, who only appear for like maybe 2 or 3 games.
Yeah, because we also mentioned freaking Rillaru.
Yes, Rillaru is a weird case because they built him specifically for, or created him specifically for Crash Bash, and I guess no one just clicked with him, like developer-wise. No one clicked with him after that, after Eurocom, so they never brought him back. He's the only character that I know of. I guess the other character, I guess, could be Penta Penguin, only because, sure, the character of Penta Penguin was really only in Crash Team Racing, but he was based off of the penguin enemies from Crash 2 from here, so it's like, is he really only in this game? Or like, he could technically be one of those penguins, or more specifically, and this game kind of confirms it, this trilogy, he could be the penguin that Dingodile was about to roast in his boss fight, because the trophy for beating Dingodile says Penta's Revenge. So I guess they're confirming with air quotes that could be, that penguin specifically is Penta Penguin. Here we are in the third warp room. I believe it's Coco now who talks to us? No, it's Cortex. Yeah, okay. So, yeah, characters like fucking Pinstripe, the Komodo brothers, Koala Kong, they only get appearances in like a few main games and some spin-offs, to be fair, but they are not plot relevant, like, at all. Act 1, not 2, not 3, not even, he wasn't in any of the fucking racing games. He was in Bash, and then he had a cameo into Insanity, and I think that's it. I think that's literally it.
And then it came into this, but...
Well, and then this, so technically 4, if you want to, reprising his role from the first game. It's really, really odd that, I don't know, they're still iconic in a way. I mean, at least to, us, like, mega fans, but, like, and you ask someone who knows Crash, but, someone like a bigger YouTuber, like a lot of YouTubers we watch, who know the franchise and have memories, but they forget things very easily about the series because they don't visit it regularly like we do. And ask one of them, "Oh, hey, who's Rillaru?" They'll be like, "Who?" they're not gonna have any clue. So I think it's really funny because those who are just casual fans, let's say that, not just the YouTubers. Like, I'm only bringing up YouTubers because we've been watching Dasha Games, Jacksepticeye, and Markiplier. They've been playing it mainly because it's popular, it's out, it's modern, it's current. but I'm speaking more about casual fans because they have the exact same story. They know the franchise, they know these games the most because they probably played these back when they were a kid or whatever, but they don't follow the series regularly like we do, so they're not gonna know all of the characters. There's even some like actual mainstay characters that they probably forget the names of every so often. It's very odd how that works, despite them being very iconic characters, you know, within the realm of the franchise. Like, you're not gonna say, oh, Engine was like fucking whoever's top 100 iconic video game villains. Like, probably not. Cortex, sure, but like, even some of these other iconic villains. It's just odd how that works. Also, I'm trying to get the fucking gem right here, the timed gem. We're in what? Plant food? Yeah. Yeah, because this is the yellow gem. Yeah, I think Rillaroo got like the fucking worst of it because he was only in one game. Not even referenced anywhere.
I know.
No references whatsoever. Just the one game and then nothing. Entrance was only in 2 games. He was in Entrance and then he was in... At least he had the fucking... At least he had the one first, his debut game named after him. Entranced. I don't want to fucking restart the goddamn computer, you stupid computer. No. Restart your device outside of active hours. Select this message to change active... No. I want to restart now. It's going to fuck up our recording.
Yeah.
Our post-commentary. Huh. Bringing it full circle. I don't know. Sooner or later.
Really got the worst of everything.
He
just kind of showed up and then left.
Yeah, Enchance was also in Nitro Kart, and that was pretty much it. Well, he was going to be in Twin Sanity, but they cut him out. Yeah, he was in concept art.
I was thinking of Oxide.
Oxide was not meant to be in Twin Sanity.
No, Oxide was just a cameo in Twin Sanity.
Yeah. Oh shit, that's right.
That's
yeah.
But I was thinking of Entrance instead of Oxide.
Yeah, I'm surprised they didn't even put him like fucking Tiny's only appearances in that birthday scene. Koala Kong's only appearances in that birthday scene. Pinstripes, yeah, Crunch, Pinstripe, like they all only. That was like their one.
Polar some reason.
Their one opportunity to show off all the characters. It's like, okay, here they are. Here's like most of the characters you know.
Ripperoo.
Not gonna see them again after this. Yeah, Ripperoo.
The only villain that was in that group that actually had like a boss fight and you can encounter them was Dingodile. That was it.
Yeah. It was funny. Not even Entropy was there, but he's in. Obviously, he's got a fight with Brio.
Yeah.
But they had their own little thing. Oh god. So I was gonna say something about Entrance being in. Oh, for some reason. So I always wondered why he had like a fucking like eye patch or whatever over his eye. What? He was gonna have an eye patch or something over his eye in Twin Sanity because the evil twins were gonna like eat him or something, so they started to like cut him up or whatever.
Jeez.
And they patched him up. It was something like that. I don't fucking remember. But yeah, it was really weird. There's a lot of shit that got cut out of Twin Sanity. It's crazy. Did I just run into this? No, I don't. I thought I did.
Wait, aren't I playing this one?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, you can just run into it.
Yeah.
Oh, because you said I'm not gonna chance it.
Yeah.
I was like, you can though.
Yeah, I wasn't gonna chance going in the
with just one blade, but you totally can. So.
Yeah, and I said too, I know it's doable, but yeah, just chance it.
And then we were like, oh, well, there's Nakawaku right there anyway.
Yeah.
Just become invincible and blast the whole level.
Which I think I wasted or something.
I think you went down the wrong way here. I don't know. We'll find out right now.
Oh no, I went down that way. Then you told me to get.
I told you
crystal.
Lost the crystal was back. Yeah, because I was like, wait, where are you going? And you were like, what? Okay.
Yeah.
And then I was like, well, in hindsight, you should have killed that dude first. Object motherfucker. Object flamethrower sewer motherfucker.
You know, speaking of Entrance, I remember that was the first game I ever heard of Fake Crash. And
well, yeah, that was pretty much, yeah, even mine too. The first time we ever heard of him, because we had no clue he was in Warped. We never reached 100% in that game as kids. Because fuck if I was gonna do the time trials back then. Like, they are doable now, albeit still very fucking frustrating. But I can do them now. I didn't even want to attempt them. I never liked the... See, to bring it back full circle to how we first started the conversation for the episode, I never liked time trials. I would do them to get the bare minimum. I got like 5, so I can do fucking... I can get to the secret warp room in Wart, but that was pretty much it. Like, well, I mean, I also... Okay, well, I did get enough to... I got 15. That was the most I ever got as a kid. Because I did get to play Area 51 when I was younger, like way younger. But I had no clue about Rings of Power. Had no idea what it was, what kind of level it was. And I never got the 2 gems in Future Frenzy because you have to unlock it in the secret warp room. And then go through it that way to go through this other extra ass path. But that is it. So, tune in next time. Thank you guys for watching. Oh, here we go. Is it Cortex? Oh, it's Cortex. That was fucking weird. Our first ever episode where we have post commentary.
Yay.
Hopefully we'll never do this again.